Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Ready Speaker. I'm in my home office right here, lovely Staten Island, doing another reaction review for short films. We're going a little bit overseas again this time, trying to see what different styles there are out there. And today we're going to be looking at a film called Sandwich. I think it was done in 2018. So this is a comedy. It's a Dutch film. So let's see how this goes. There are subtitles in English, so everybody can follow along. Who can hear understand what I'm saying? They can actually understand what they're reading. So let me just share this puppy here, and let's see. There we are. Start sharing, and I'm going to hit play. Boom. This is that shot. Okay.
Dit is het einde voor jou.
Sometimes speaking English, you can pick up on the Dutch, German words. Oh, that's a real gun.
Kak!
I didn't know cock was crap
Even afweging,
in
man.
Dutch. I just didn't know that.
Serieus, gast, je staat er 3 meter vanaf.
I'm not sure about the gun laws
Doe jij het dan?
over there either, because I know I actually lived in Germany for a while, and it wasn't. You could get a gun, but you couldn't carry one so liberally over there. And let me just play again here. So I'll pause here for a second. So it's when you notice this on his neck, the tattoos. Oh, that's a big thing for me, because here they look kind of washed out and uneven, and it looks almost like a Sharpie. Fake tattoos look horrible in films. If you don't have anybody who really knows how to do a fake tattoo, I wouldn't do it. It always stands out a little weird. I mean, I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Like I guess people get this kind of thing, but I have tattoos myself. I'm not against them, but this just is so jarring and so out of place with what's going on here, and it doesn't look good. That if you're going to give a character a defining element to them, do it well so it's not distracting, or rather than doing it poorly so it literally looks like a freaking Sharpie. But tattoos get bluer as they get older, because the ink inside your skin is actually still liquid, and that's why it gets impacted by things, and it drains, and over time it spreads and fattens. That's just bleeding. It's just what it's doing is bleeding. The ink is still fluid, so it's actually bleeding under your skin. If it wasn't, it would actually just break up and flake away. So that's why it has to stay fluid. So okay, I just want to talk about that for a second, and let's keep going. Pretty outside shots here, though. They had the name of the beer can.
50 piek
Copyright.
dat je dat niet lukt.
Oh, je zet meteen je hele weekloon in. Nee, is goed.
Dutch don't litter like that.
Fuck doe je, man?
That's a bad edit. He was right next to his face, standing there, and the other guy lurched away.
Oh, fuck.
That's okay. Yeah, internationally, people use American curses so liberally. It's kind of crazy. They'll say everything else, and then they'll say a curse like fuck or fuck you in such an American accent. I'd probably be a little bit more nervous.
De doden niet zo goed, maar dit mens is lelijk. Met zijn hoofd is misschien maar beter dat je hebt doodgeschoten.
You notice his tattoo now? It's
Jij bent hier
darker.
verantwoordelijk voor.
So it's probably been redone, touched up.
Het is jouw schuld. Jouw pistool. Ik ben maar toevallig voorbijganger. Ik ken jou geen eens.
Gaan we dit serieus zo doen, ja?
Sorry, u bent?
Dan mag jij aan de politie uitleggen hoe het komt dat jouw vingerafdrukken overal op het lijk zitten. We moeten toch iets... Probeer je nou serieus je vingerafdrukken weg te vegen?
Ja, wat moeten we dan doen? Kunnen we niet gewoon zeggen dat het een ongeluk
It
was?
seems very slapsticky.
Ja, supergoed idee. Ja. Sorry meneer de agent. Mevrouw kwam van links.
It seems like a very American style humor.
Tegen onze kogel op.
And that's kind of interesting. This guy reminds me of somebody from
Verderop
Kids
zit
in
een
the Hall.
zandvlakte. Dus ik stel voor dat we haar
The guy with a tattoo on his neck. And this guy's like King of Queens,
Begraven.
where it's just always
Nou,
not
maar
too
hopen
bright
dat ze
heavy
een of
guy.
ander eenzaam kattenwijf is. En dat niemand haar zal missen.
Ja, behalve haar katten dan.
Autosleutels. Jij had nog vuilniszakken en tape in je auto liggen, toch?
And he's got a
Ja,
little
volgens mij wel, ja.
plush turd for a keychain. That's such a caricature. See, now it seems like it's getting interesting. This play of music, and that's what music is for. Digging a hole that shallow never works for burying the body, especially if you're near sand, which means you're near water. You wouldn't do it because the water table is too low; it would float up. This guy is taking way too many cigarette breaks.
Volgens mij is het diep genoeg.
Tattoo looks a little different again.
Gooi hem erin.
It is not deep enough. It is not deep enough. It's barely going to cover. Animals will sniff that out in about 20
Ligt ze niet
minutes.
toevallig al in?
Waar heb je er gelaten?
Ja, gewoon hier. Net lag ze.
You're so dim.
Dat was niet de bedoeling.
Was je dat stuiptrekken?
Oh, see, it's good. Good sound.
Oké, fuck dit. Ik ben
I
weg.
mean, stays. Whoa, okay. You can only do running scenes as fast as the
Sprint je naar de
camera
auto
can
dan
go.
maar.
So you have to be really careful in the wooded area. So you see a big running scene like this.
Oh, dit kun je niet menen. En nu?
Ja, weet ik veel. Mevrouw, we willen je geen kwaad doen, oké?
Hij is niet heel geloofwaardig met een pistool op de gericht.
Schieten!
I would have ran
Schoot je nou mis?
anywhere else.
Nee.
Schiet nog een keer!
I like to see the makeup on the hands going a little more.
Is het gelukt?
Zou ze daar toch moeten liggen?
Hoe is het dan?
Geen idee.
They're really good.
Laten we maar gaan. De weg is nu toch vrij. Kom.
Goed plan.
This is very much like
Ik
showing
heb
the
zo het
bed.
idee dat als we...
Interaction with Simon Pegg and his buddy. Now here we're gonna stop here for a second. When you we're going back to the running thing. When you're doing a running scene, you have to give the impression that you're running fast. Neither one of these guys is running fast or frantic. So you can speed up the camera, or you can do some panning shots where they run by, and try and get something like that. Very few people are as good at running on film as like Tom Cruise. If you want an example of prime like running, Daniel Craig is great at it. Tom Cruise is great at it. I think every actor who's out there should be a jogger. I'm an actor. I don't jog, and it's probably I don't get that many roles running. I did one years ago, and I literally collapsed after like 5 minutes of doing retakes, and they can understand why my legs got weak. And all I can say was I just don't run regularly. To run this much in a half a day, I was running for like 5 hours. But a good trick is actually lifting your hands up really high and moving them faster than your legs, and then pulling up a little higher, and you'll see that franticness. And people are looking at your motion rather than what you're passing. So it's a different kind of thing. You go a little tighter. So it's a good trick. I don't know if this area is very wooded, a lot of leaves, a lot of sticks, a lot of chance of falling. So for safety, you're going to go slower. But I would have done maybe to have them, jump over something, pick up some foot stuff, just some noises, make it a little, maybe a quicker cut, maybe a shorter film, but quicker cut, something like that. It's not running that fast. And a beautiful red car. Yeah, you got a little hot, but maybe I would have. I think it's supposed to be funny. Europeans love color cars. In the US, everybody's black, gray, shades of blue, shades of black, shades of dark colors. We all want to be gangsters and everything like that. There they have colorful seats, colorful cars, all kinds of reds.
Jezus.
Wat?
Ja, daar rijden we weer.
Sound is really good on this.
Oh, dan nog een keer.
Because this road noise, it's gravel, it's a dirt road, and a lot of.
Als we nou maar niet feest achter in de auto zitten, hè?
So that's gonna be funny.
Zulke dingen voor je houden, alsjeblieft.
It's a funny little interaction there. See, that felt like the most natural. Yeah, the sound design on this film is kind of awesome. It seems now we're in a different day.
Zie je wel eens op Discovery.
Best days to shoot outside
Krachten hebben, van die mutantenkrachten.
are
Net zoals bij de X-Men, je weet wel. Dat ze opeens kunnen
cloudy
teleporteren
days.
of
'Cause you
gedachten
can't really
lezen.
tell the time of day. The earlier scenes are very
Dat lijkt me
sunny.
toch best wel tof trouwens, hè? Wat als dat mens nou bijvoorbeeld...
Stop de auto.
Wat?
Stop de auto.
Again, the cigarette thing.
Hey, ik weet niet of dit het juiste moment is voor een
I agree
rookpauze,
with
hoor.
that.
Realiseer je dat we al een uur aan het rijden zijn?
Ja, nou, hoe verder hoe beter, toch?
En realiseer je dat we ook nog
Countries
steeds
are
in
really
de
small
fucking
over
klotenbos
there. An
zijn?
hour, you're
Dus,
probably out of the country.
Inderdaad, een vrij groot bos, ja?
You're hitting a city. They're very congested.
En
Not like
realiseer
the
je dan ook
US.
dat
You're
we
hitting a farm. You're hitting something.
precies
Woods
dezelfde
don't
plek zijn
run
als waar
like
we
they do in
begonnen?
the US.
Misschien de verkeerde afslag genomen?
This guy seems really dumb.
Oké, ik rij.
Wow, nee, helemaal niet.
Moet je eens even goed luisteren. Ik heb geen zin om hier uren in het fucking klotenbos rond te rijden, omdat een of andere Neandertaler niet weet hoe hij moet autorijden.
The tattoo looks different
Hey,
again.
fuck jou!
Nee, fuck jou.
See, they dropped the F-bomb. Like, pretty liberal.
Jij bent een Neandertaal.
Red car. Why the beer cans there? That's weird. Again, if you have everything, it's a note I always say, if you're gonna have something in the film, explain it or show cause of why it's there. I have no idea why they would be clustered there, as if people were drinking. They would have a cell phone too.
Ze wil niet dat we dit bos verlaten.
It's a different camera guy.
Hey,
This
fuck
is
it.
very. This looks very much like
Prima,
a
maar wie moet ik bellen
80s
dan? De wegenwacht, taxi?
band video, like New Order or Depeche Mode. Depeche Mode. Like if this guy could do a remake of Depeche Mode in Dutch, I think he could. He could be somebody's personal Jesus. Reach out, touch base. Sped this up.
Fuck, wat wil ze van ons, man?
Misschien is ze pissig omdat we haar hebben neergeschoten?
Ja, en dan? Wil ze ons nu dood hebben?
Zo,
Dan lijkt me
zo
dit niet een hele
sharp,
efficiënte aanpak. Wat wil ze, dat we in dit bos blijven tot we verhongeren?
Oh, dat gaat mooi niet door.
See again, like
Even
the
centraal.
heavy guys
Hoe
always
komen
gotta
we
eat.
hieruit?
Ja,
I always
dat
gotta
is
eat.
niet iets
I'm
waar
not
ik
that
dagelijks
heavy.
mee te maken heb.
And he's wearing like the childish hat. Where's the logo thing on there?
Misschien wil ze iets terug.
Wat is dat?
Gevonden in het bos. Misschien is het wel van haar.
Hoezo denk je dat het van haar is dan?
Nou, ze had het in haar hand.
Catharina Jacobs van Mechelen staat hier.
Geef eens.
It's not really discovering lighting just
Oh, ja,
changed.
hier
too.
staat wat.
That isn't good.
Catharina
Close-up
Jacobs van
lighting is
Mechelen was een
different than
16e
two-shot.
eeuwse vrouw die werd omgebracht tijdens de heksvervolging in Europa.
See?
Ze werd veroordeeld vanwege
Look
het
how dark
volbrengen
that
van
is.
duivelse
Look how dark that is. They're two-shot, totally different.
Wikipedia.
Totally different angle, different spot.
Fijn. Dus even
That
voor de
was-
goede orde. We hebben
transition
een
was
16e
okay,
eeuwse
but
kwaadaardig
as actors, you
gezicht
guys gotta remember where they are.
en de ketting gejat. Nou nee, deze dag wordt echt steeds beter.
Ja.
The dialogue seems so
Misschien moeten we hem
American
teruggeven?
Ja.
in their tempo. Sarcasm is not
Ik heb er al
delivered
tijd
the same
gezien.
in other countries, other languages. I'll say. Some places it's not even. That was a callback to asking shoes in the car earlier. So kind of funny, kind of cute. Good tracking shot. Lots of strong light. Yeah, some of it. At least for the lights. I think this guy's got great features for a band. With the black being behind him. Again with the cigarette, bro. You don't need it. Again, drops an F-bomb. He called the woman butt ugly. I'm coming back to that only because I just don't think that was really funny.
Fred! Ze komt
Just
jouw
trying
kant
to show
op!
how dim they are, but
Wat? Heb het anders even.
he text that. I need to have phones.
Opzouten, kreng.
It's like that bitch line is moved, even though they didn't say bitch in English. It's moved to all parts of the world.
Ze stinkt ook nog eens uit de muil, man. Ik zeg toch dat we dat ding moeten teruggeven.
Oh, ja. Dag mevrouw de middeleeuwse heks. Onze oprechte excuses dat we u door uw hoofd geschoten hebben. Mogen we nu naar
Very,
huis? Wie zegt dat ze ons
very
niet aan
strong
stukken
dead.
scheurt, zodat we dat ding teruggeven? Misschien is de enige reden dat we nog in leven zijn, juist omdat we dat ding nog hebben. Weet jij veel?
Nou prima,
Ja.
kom maar met een voorstel.
They are just channeling Simon Pegg. Again with the cigarettes. What is?
Heb jij die jerrycan nog in de auto?
No. Is gas not going?
Hey, yo, Hex!
Even AO is very American.
Hey, Hex. Of mag ik Catharina zeggen? Deze wil je, hè? Ja? Kom maar. Ja. Kom maar. Kom.
I'm waiting for the band. Would he radiate that much? I know they're reflective, but without real light, only moonlight. No, maybe that's wrong. It's easier to do the vanishing and not vanishing thing. Take the shot, pull them out, retake the shot, don't move the camera, and it's an easy trick. This guy being too badass with the cigarette smoke. It's like they're he breathed the time. I don't think he exhaled.
Deze is voor jou,
Inhaled
secret.
it last time. That was good. Right?
Had jij de benzine over de heen gegooid?
Oh, kut.
He said, oh God, no.
Oké.
Even the okay is very American. I noticed that. You don't do it with the language, the okay. It's just everywhere.
Een beetje help.
Very
Zou
sound
fijn
effect.
zijn.
Very sound effect. And now I guess use apple juice. I don't know.
Hey, Hex. Joehoe. Vermechelen.
You would never put a plastic like that. It just wouldn't. I mean, they think you would be vomiting. Yeah, great shots. Some good shots. Some good elements to it. They got the ring. I mean, you're going deaf a little bit. They're in the sand. I guess what happened again? He looks so much like King of Queens right there. Overcast day, so probably shot. I don't know, a couple of days for the short. No reason the skull would be there if the rest of the body's not there. And the sandwich would have been burnt too. I mean, the rest of the skeleton would have been there. It would not have been just skull. The skull's not any more dense. More concentrated bone, I guess. But
Zo, dat was maar wat, hè?
a sandwich. I guess because you had the sandwich
wat ik ga doen,
and,
is
which
even
and the
kijken wat
sand.
het
I
schatje
guess that's
mij oplevert
Zo
op
klein dan
Marktplaats. Oud heksending uit jaar 1500 nog wat. Nou, van de
Zin.
mensen bij. Moet je eens opletten. Hier, wat zeg ik je?
he should so be an
Je biedt
native
nog best
band.
wel veel voor de namaakspul op Marktplaats, joh.
See where we are.
Nou, wat ze voor het origineel
Where we
zouden
are.
geven. Hier. Ik bied aan het levensechte replica van de hanger van de bekende Nederlandse heks
Oké.
Catharina Jacobs van Mechelen.
Yes.
Dat is onze heks, jongen.
The rest.
Deze hanger, ook wel de demonenstopper van Van Mechelen genoemd, is niet van echt te onderscheiden.
Wacht even, wat zei nou?
Niet van echt te onderscheiden.
Tattoo looks different again.
De hanger werd door Van Mechelen gebruikt als dagelijks ritueel om de slapende
Oh, it's
demonische
gay,
krachten
freaking
rustend te houden.
I know it's not.
Volgens de legende zet Catharina tot op de dag van vandaag nog steeds haar ritueel voort met haar magische
The logic
hanger
is,
om de wereld te behoeden van
is very
demonische
flawed in a
entiteiten.
forced
Elke
comedic sort of
aannemer
way.
komt. Zie voor meer
gotta be
advertenties op
dim.
mijn profiel of ga naar www.
Got good hair, the guy. Coming from a ball, man. Guy's got good hair. Shitty graphics. You kind of lost me with that. Up until that point, there's some pretty good graphics there. And then we got the credits. I'll probably try and bring the music down a little bit if I can. Sandwich. So I mean, some good elements here. You know, let's look how big the crew is. Yes, the editor. That's set design. Alfred, that's the name of this guy. Max Van, as Dave. Very American names too. Catering, costume, stand-in, mental support. Interesting. Set audio stand-in. Okay. Sound design. That I'll tell you. I don't want to say enough. I don't want to say too much about it. Sorry, not say enough. I don't want to say too much about it. But sound design is so important for these types of short films that poor sound really pulls you out. And when you have good sound, I just want to commend that. I think they did a great job with sound. I really do. And some of the camera work. Doc on. So they're thanking all these people. And that was it. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting little short. It wasn't like the craziest thing in the world. I think some of the humor is very American in a way. I'm gonna stop share. Great, and I think it's very American. A lot of the stuff that you see coming out there, and we have our own way of bringing humor across. Is that sarcasm? It's the sarcasm, is the delivery, the pacing, the cut. We do take a lot from like the UK and their humor. They have very dry sarcasm. It's very droll, like it's just very dry, and they drop the jaw a little bit when they say it. And you know, it's not a roll of the eye, but it's, you know, they're just fed up with somebody who's beneath them, and I think that's, or beneath them situation wise. But American humor is where everybody's pretty dim and they're just having at it, and you never really know, who's gonna smarten up at any point, if they ever smarten up. And Simon Pegg definitely makes fun of sarcasm, and it's British humor. It's coming from the UK and it's British, but it's a huge amount of American influence in that comedy. And then you have the thin, the heavy guy, and that's something from Laurel and Hardy to Abbott and Costello is a very American setups. I'm sure it started in vaudeville and all that stuff, and interchange and the exchange of comedy in vaudeville years, having that contrast of thin and heavy, and that carried over probably. I mean, Laurel and Hardy, the heavier one of the two was generally like not smarter or smarter almost of the two, but then you go to Abbott and Costello, and Costello was definitely the funny, the joke punching bag, and Abbott was the straight guy. So this sort of works where they're both kind of a little dim on this one. So very much a Simon Pegg sort of production with the cuts, and I think even the music and the style. Some good camera work there. Definitely playing with the light. Shooting outside is really difficult. You do pray for an overcast day. People like working on sunny days. You don't want a sunny day. You want an overcast day. You want some days that's not too hot. Even 60 Fahrenheit to like 75, 80 is great, because if you're doing running and stunts and stuff like that, makeup washes off from sweat. People get hot, they get tired. When it's cooler, they have a little bit more energy going in. It's easier to warm them up with a cup of coffee at that temperature than it is to cool somebody down when it's really, really hot outside. You can see that in the beginning, they had some shots with really, bright, high contrast light from the sun. That's something you can't repeat. Once you get it, you get it. If it doesn't come back, it doesn't come back. It's hard to get that again. So the other days seem to be more overcast, and that's your sweet spot. You want nice and overcast. You never know what time of day it is when it's overcast. 8 a.m. looks the same as 7 p.m. It doesn't matter, or 12 noon. So that's a great thing. Sound again, just to come up back to it. Sound was great. They loop some audio. That in the car they loop some audio. The shots weren't all great, but with lighting, and that's also a thing. You got to be really careful with lighting. I think that's what Belled. Maybe that was technique. Somewhere that one of the credits the lighting guy. Lighting could have been a little better. The night stuff looked like a music video from the 80s, which is fine. They had some lights. You have to illuminate it somehow, and that's okay. It just hides what's in the background. It's very dark, so they probably just shot it somewhere else with no trees in the background, or maybe over maybe they were by sand, so maybe there was like a lake or something like that. But otherwise, the sound was really great. I think that they gelled pretty well together. They were just going a little over the top, almost like a TV comedy thing. But a decent short. They won some awards. I think it's been around for a bit, and they it's maybe there are comics out there who have some I don't know, some following, and people enjoy their work, and well, maybe that's the kind of comedy they like out there. That's the thing too. You never really know what a region or an area likes. So if you're making a comedy, you're making a horror, look at the type of things that won, and then submit. Don't just submit to every festival. It's a little bit of a grift, the festivals. So they get thousands of people submitting. They only pick maybe a couple of hundred. So everybody's got to pay for it. It's a big business. So if you're smart about it, you see who's won in the past years, you look at it and see if yours jives with that. And that's when I'll submit. Find as much information as you can to see if you'll even get, you'll even screen, maybe you'll get an award, maybe you'll get some kind of write-up. How prestigious is it? How often do people, move, past that? Sort of like looking at a college. You want to see how many people graduate and where they go, before you really just start submitting for a college to go to. So, I mean, look at it that way. You're investing in yourself with this. So, hey, thanks for joining on this podcast. I hope you liked it. I liked it. It's interesting to see different kinds of films from different parts of the world. And I think it's a good thing, what we're doing here, or what I'm doing. And subscribe, share, like, make a comment. Let's keep it clean. That's all I ask. You might not like what I'm saying, but okay, that's fine. It's my opinion. It's the opinion of a guy watching. I'm just an audience member like anybody else. And you might think it's awesome, you love it, and you might think it's horrible. And there's no redeeming factors to it. But sometimes I find something redeeming in things, and I always try to. I always want to say, hey, what's the positive? You got to walk away that something was right about it, unless it's a total, train wreck, and then I might just vent a little bit. But usually, if they're award winning, they got something out there. So watch more short films, watch more films, watch more TV, make films, make something, write something, do something, be creative. We are in a situation right now going to 2022, dating the video, but where people are locked down still. We're dealing with a pandemic. We have a lot of emotions running high, a lot of things going crazy for us all. But be creative. This is the time. You're at home. You've got a computer, obviously, because you're watching. You got a phone, record something, shoot a photo. It doesn't matter. Comment on something, do something. And that's what this is all about, is looking at stuff and doing stuff, and having a voice that's not what's just the noise that's out there for all of us. So all the best. This is Roland Rucci, Ready Speaker. Hope to see you again. Hope to see you on more of my videos. I know that's what they all say, but I do love doing this. And if you like what I'm doing, just keep watching. Thanks. Bye.